Get ready.
Wants to reapproach through Garage. What they might not realize is that Zumba is still sitting right here. Now, they will become much more aware of this. He trades one back, taking out JW. But Hamtories leaving Esperanza forward on the site. He does so much work, finding three. And with a 3v1, it all comes down to Degi to try to clutch this out. Gun in hand, hovering around the back of the box, but Claris, Climax just pushing forward. Zumba, in the meantime, gets his way here onto the C site. That's going to call for everybody else to go ahead and spill forward. Climax does get taken down in the end by Cinder. And with the C site locked down and a 3v5 disadvantage, eyes really shift over onto Nocti right now with this Blade Storm to have a pop-off performance and try to drag this back into their favor, make this a recoverable round.
He's got to get hustling. You can see Claris, it's going to be Blade Storm versus Blade Storm here in the spawn hall. Oh, potentially not. Okay, he shifts over to window.
Oh. Has he heard him? Either way, might be seeing him pretty soon, and it will be Nocti who strikes first. Gets the headshot. Joins in with Degi here. Nano Swarm to cut them off a bit. He'll re-peek, looking for a head to click. Degi manages to find Impa. Good punish there on that crossfire. He's pressing forward, goes for the right click, cannot take down Zumba. Got him quite low, but Esperanza has the
go to C main and cover this, bro. You gotta plant this.
All right.
You plant.
Well, JW does manage to find Cinder, taking out his opposing rays. Rolex on the peak will find Claris, but not before they lose out on two. Recon Bolt going to be taken out, doesn't spawn anything, and the lockdown will go ahead and finally allow them to plant this spike. Nano Swarm lobbed to the back, one down on top of the spike itself. There's a deep wrap around, getting ready to come through from behind. Rolex making his way into mid at the moment. We'll see if he's going to go for the C long approach or into Garage. Tries to cut off Esperanza's vision, gets his way into Garage, but now the damage continuing to be dealt. Zumba finds one, but Degi trades it out.
All right, 2v2 to come. Still Hunter's Fury, though, so for Impa, I don't like that he's up here, actually. I'd rather him be the one hanging out where the Killjoy is, where Esperanza is. Rolex gonna get him with the headshot. It's up to Esperanza. No, sir. Degi's gonna get the headshot, finish the round. A win for V5.
And it's actually a big misplay, I think, from Esperanza. He already had the inches his way up towards B. Looks for the headshot. Will manage to get the dink into the spray, finishing off Degi.
Impa's still sitting on a Hunter's Fury here, waiting to see. Nope, Rolex ready for it with the Vandal. Esperanza pre-firing around the corner, seeing if he can get a dink of his own. Gonna set up the alarm bot turret and a Nano Swarm available still here.
The TP! Rolex doesn't check his left. Esperanza boldly pushes through, and that's a huge punish. 3 members left standing, but one of them is basically limping here, as Nocti does not have much health left.
You can see they have to respect the B push because of Esperanza's double to get inside of there, but actually it's going to be A. This is really, really smart here from Hamtories. They're going to put V5 in a really bad spot on this retake because you have to respect where Esperanza is in B.
And Nocti's making his way into heaven now, pushes back down. Claris, oh, peeks out on the side. The shot does not ring through, but there it is. Nocti finishing him off. Spike now getting planted. Esperanza playing around the back. Gets the headshot onto Climax, looking to cut off the reinforcements. Drops one, picks up another, wants to put the turret down, but JW will find him. The 2v2, suddenly a very winnable situation for v0rteX 5.
Yeah, you can see Zumba trying to keep that operator pinned in from Nocti. Does not want to give any opportunity for that operator to be used. Nobody coming from either of those sides. So Nocti gonna have a decision to make here. He's gonna have to try to get in. Cinder throwing the blast pack in there. The raise comes through, takes damage, good dink.
Well, he's not gonna be able to find anybody there. Instead, it's looking like a full push into B. Very rare play for Haven, especially here in Korea.
Yeah, typically Bs are just kind of like a secondary push, or maybe if you're losing, it'll be a fast push. But yeah, Climax catches Esperanza. Their dark cover coming down to cover the front of this exit. Still Claris inching around, keeping himself quiet. Wants to see if he can catch anybody trying to sneak up through here. There's a little bit of pre-fire coming through it, so the sense is for V5 good that somebody might be in that smoke, and yes, they're ready for it.
All right, well, JW looking great, finds the headshot instantly. Now 3 members left. He'll use a blast pack to try to fake a reposition, still holding the angle. Now will have to move. Jumps forward, has the showstopper, and it lands right at Cinder's feet, absolutely obliterating him into tiny pieces. Zumba, in the meantime, will find Rolex lurking out of garage. JW continuing to sit up top, will throw out the Boombot, drops down. Boombot does spot 1, but gets finished off.
This is great movement here from JW. Good job getting into the air to use a showstopper. Lands on top of there, able to throw his Boombot out. Inba trying to go through garage. Some shots being fired, no damage being done to him.
They're not running out of time now, though, in this 2v4. Zumba, however, makes his way onto the site, gets rid of JW. Are they going to be looking to actually force this onto A? The answer is going to be no. It's just Zumba playing forward, instantly breaks the run, and back follows up. Climax, wishing that he had used that back around another corner. Gets instantly punished. Recon Bolt not going to spot them as they both sit in the A link. Shots come through. Nakchi finds one. Degi finds the other. That'll be the closeout on this round. 5-6. We very well may end this half completely tied up.
Is Inpa's X button just like off his keyboard? Because there's an opportunity, I feel like, to at least...
Owl comes out. They'll spot that there is an offer in the back site. Recon Bolt up over the top as the rest of the team gets ready to rush. Diving up, Claris gets himself on top. He's looking for a target, but it's going to be Climax who finds him first. Finishes him off, but Zumba manages to get the trade back, making it a 1-for-1 as they get themselves onto the site. Spike now TP'd into the back corner, will be planted for long, as we will go ahead and see Impa pull all the way back towards that C lobby to get set up. Degi, however, with his Hunter's Fury, finds Zumba first.
Yeah, all right, this time Inpa is in C main. I like that. JW gets on top, gets Esperanza. Got to watch out for that boom bop on top of another one. Gets Cinder. Gonna throw out those paint shells, and here's that Odin.
Oh, no. He lobs it out, and as he's got the bow drawn, Nakchi is pushed up through the smoke. That is the closeout. That is...
Just going to let them know that there's probably nobody going in here, and they're ready for it. Claris gets the opening on to Nakchi, tries to get in. Esperanza finds the headshot.
Yeah, that was the bunny special. JW with egg on his face does get taken down to the end. Tori still holding firmly with 5. Spike now going to be long rotated over to C. But already very much on the trail here. Drone will go forward just to try to spot them out. Wants to check, make sure that there's nobody in the garage. We do have Climax hovering in D for the moment. We'll see if he can get anything done. Oh, and he can. He absolutely can, unless he completely blunders it. Pushes the corner, the center comes down. He'll follow up for a second one. Gets the Sheriff, throws on the hot hands, but Esperanza pushes the corner with the judge ready. Zumba, however, does find Degi. That will be the defuse. Hamtories tie us up yet again, 7-7. It's a spectator bug, don't worry. The spike is getting defused. Push forward here onto the site. Claris biding his time. Rushes forward as the spike gets finished. Gets the instant right click. Gets the reset. Nakchi falls. Pushes the corner. Looks for the headshot, but bobbing and weave and Climax will not get stopped until that final Sheriff shot does come through. However, quite a bit of damage is dealt to Claris, leaving him low on HP. Looking for the wraparound angle here is Rolex. Does manage to find the kill. Stops the spike defuse from going through. They get it to half. Now Hamtories have 2 members with almost no HP left.
Oh, that's so smart.
They tap the spike, and that will just be it. Rolex.
Hands, but he's confident. He's a good player.
Needs it for the follow-up, but yeah, Ultorp was grabbed at C long. Cinder with a nice forward position, finds one. It's a little bit of damage through the wall. Those are the paint shells. Boombot cruising away as the Dark Cover comes in to assist in his retreat. Degi, clipped by the paranoia. Can he follow up? Sheriff shots coming out from Impug. Takes him low, but Nakchi pushes up from A long. Manages to find that kill. Still gonna be topped up. Has the Phantom in his hands. Lockdown coming through. Claris looking for the exits open. Nakchi strikes first. Gets a great headshot. Now they'll start to pull away as the lockdown gets ready to go off. Jumping their way out. They will manage to lock down one. Cinder gets himself in onto the spike. Now the reapproach has to come back through for v0rteX 5. They look to zone them back. The Nano Swarm is there. Great headshot from Esperanza. Buys him enough time.
Trying to be a little cheeky, trying to play off of those curveballs against him, and Rolex. Cinder has no idea, is not ready for that op there at all.
Yep, curveball out to clear the A link. Doesn't see anything. Well, hot hands the corner. That'll zone back Esperanza, but no, he actually pushes through it. A nice move from him here in hindsight. He does come up with the kills. The Nano Swarms to delay the push onto the A site. Tailwind forward. There's no one in heaven, however. Nocchi is going to get himself nice and settled. Recon will spot Diggy. That draws out the Hunter's Fury, but Rolex holding the back angle. Manages to find Zumba. Now pokes out. Does he just go for the blind shot into heaven? The drop down's ready. He spots him. Pushes the corner. Misses the shot. Esperanza still in the mix. Rolex finally does take him down, but Claris is here, and he's got the knives drawn. JW taking quite a bit of damage. Falls down low. Claris comes in. Finishes him off. One more to go. He's looking for the quadra kill. He will have it. He will have the defuse, and he will tie us yet again.
Oh, Claris coming up huge for Hamtories here. That is
making all of that utility here completely and utterly worthless. Rolex, however, does fall. Impa's made his way onto the bomb site. He's still going to be hunting for Nocchi. You kind of assume that he's going to be there in the smoke, but as it dissipates, does line up the headshot. Push out on the back of the blind. Instantly 2 kills coming through in response from V5. It's a 2v2 as Claris levels the playing field, taking down Deggy.
all right. Climax backing up. It's a showstopper up using that verticality again. Is JW always on top of these boxes? Doesn't have too much longer, but yeah, Hamtories smart waiting it out.
Exactly. I mean, they play that intelligently, but they really just wanted to burn the showstopper, ensuring that nobody could push forward onto the site. It was too risky, so they're guaranteed to get the spike planted. Climax holding this angle. Cinder has to come up huge, but he looks the wrong way. Now they know there's one in heaven. The hot hand's going to be lobbed up over the top. JW's hear them creeping around. Goes for the check. Claris knife out, not ready, but Cinder is. Does manage to finish him off. 3v3 as the rest of the team makes their way forward, dodging out on these recon pulses. Diggy. You'll see the gun poking out, gets the shot. Paint shells to clear the left side. Manages to follow up for a third. Nocchi now left on his lonesome to try and deny this OT.
But that spike is in a great spot to counter this lockdown. There's nothing they can really do off of it. The smoke is here. Nocchi's gonna push up aggressively through it. He's gonna hear this. These are pros. He's got to spray through it. He hasn't connected a single shot.
Doesn't know where it is, and there you go. 12 fire. They move up. Claris's head does get taken off. But comes in from the flank, catching Rolex off guard. Deggy now gone. 2v2. The spike yet to be planted. Starts going down with 20 seconds remaining. Hamtories very well may be able to make this happen. I'm just also going to take note of it. Impa has his Hunter's Fury. Shots come through. He'll find 4 and needs to start spraying away. Manages to find 1. Could this just be it? Could it all end in the hands of an Odin? Cinder comes up with 2. They trade it back, but it's a 2v3 disadvantage here for v0rteX 5. Spike moved up. No opportunity to try to rotate this to another bomb site. Diggy poking out, manages to find 1, but Claris makes this a 2v1. They're shooting through the smoke there, looking for Deggy. Gets a little bit of damage in onto Claris. We'll go ahead and rotate out of the site.
Man, this is...
Does he big brain it?
Oh my god.
He's going to try to.
Oh, but they're not baiting. They're not biting. Claris is ready.
And Zumba already starting to walk back. Does he recon, or does he just go for the hard check? Sees that the cubbies are clear, but needs to win this headshot battle, and he will not do it. Claris comes out on top, 14-12. Hamtories take Haven, but man!
The theoretical way that it's supposed to happen is that, 2-1.
Oh boy, well. Huge aggression forward, finds Claris, completely surrounded. Zumba, though, with a great lurk, is sitting right up here outside of short, does take down JW. So they do make this a 1-for-1, and otherwise the B site is very much left vulnerable. Cypher, of course, is going to have all of his kit set up as Climax just chills in the corner, playing Angry Birds on his phone. Finally, we'll go ahead and pay attention back to what's in front of him. For a way to inch forward. Smokes are out. Cyber Cage gets dropped. Aldrone comes out from defender side. They will finish that off. Spots one. They'll know that he's played forward, and they get quite a bit of damage on him.
Yeah, great reaction there from Inpa to get some damage in, get the spike down. Gonna go for the dart over here. Doesn't seem to find anything with it. Still pre-firing around the corner to make sure. Gotta keep that elbow on lockdown because now they're starting to come from the spawn.
Esperanza does get spotted. They finish him off. Good kill. Now there's a lack of presence here on the site itself. Cinder cleared out of hookah window. Zumba, however, does manage to find one, but they're both going to be playing in from long. Hunter's Fury is used by Impa. He knows how to press X. Zumba sprays through, finishes off Ro.8, denying him from finishing that defuse. Now they push around the corner. Diggy with 3. They make their way over to the spike. They didn't get it halfway, but they should still be just fine to finish this off. 2-2 coming through here. v0rteX 5, they win out round. And remember, that's a judge waiting in there. So if they try to push in onto that Omen, you could absolutely knock them down one after the other. Delay on the spike plant. Does come out. And that's going to be Esperanza down. Spike now hits the floor. Nakji finding one, and Ro.8 cleans up the other 3. But no, he still does continue to sit in the cubby. Dash forward, Cloudburst out on the site. Claris finds JW, getting the first kill. Cinder jumping well into the back, is looking for a target, has the rocket drawn out, hasn't been able to spot anything yet. Rocket comes in, but the targets are already dead. There's an absolute madhouse slaughter going on here on the site, but Hamtories are the ones who come out on top, and they only lose Claris in the meantime. Yeah,
the smokes are perfect because it isolates Elbow. They get the opening frag over there, and poor Climax can't even get near this, but he's going to find Esperanza on the outside, picks up a little cash along the way. But this is just fantastic work here on the entry by Hamtory. They cut off the site in the front half. The only thing that's available, if anybody doesn't step through the smokes, is Elbow. They get the pick there, and that is just free reign in there. They start getting on top of the boxes, utilizing those blast packs and other things to push their way forward. Good entries, good follow-up. That's what you need to do. Even in this...
Gunbolt flies through. Ro.8 eliminating that, pokes around the corner. Zumba outtrades him, but Cinder does fall. 1-for-1 with the spike now getting planted. Hamtories and a one-man disadvantage. Dart has to be pulled out. Input trying to keep himself safe. Climax does get finished off.
Yeah, Esperanza doing a good job there. Some shots coming through, potentially. Still the Rolling Thunder available for JW. Could put it through U-Haul and catch a lot of members of Hamtories.
Would be huge. Nakji just managed to find one. Now he's going to be all on his lonesome. Knives are drawn out. He chases forward aggressively. Gets the finish here on Esperanza. 6 HP. Can he actually pull this off?
Buy time.
Knives fly. You can see the pullback here. Hunter's Fury is available from Impa. Here's the tap. Lets it go. Knows that the tailwind has already been used. He's not going to be able to get on top of him. Just wants to clear the spike. Manages to do so. Hamtories will finally put a little bit of change the batteries again. But here we go. Dash forward onto the side. Rolling Thunder getting huge value here. And Degi does manage to find Claris first. As the smoke dissipates, however, Impa will find him. Trades it back. Esperanza pushing the corner. Looking for 3. We'll find 2 so far. The Neural Theft. Gets jumped on, does get the 3rd in the end, and with Ro.8 falling, she spots one. Ooh, Claris. This little crossfire setup was blinded, barely made it out of the crosshair here from Nakji. He pushes around, tailwind forward. He tries to uptrap to break the line of sight, but does get finished off. Ro.8 with that re-peek helps them out. Esperanza pushing forward into hookah. Does get taken out by Climax. A very messy start to a round. It is 3v3 with Cinder being quite low, but gonna pull back. Paranoia rolls through. He pulls the dart out.
Well, they're still really aggressing on this. They've got the Rays watching for the counter angles, but nobody's coming just yet. Climax stuck behind the container. Now there is some utility being thrown in his face, but he's ready to get Zumba.
Yeah, chucked in, wants to make sure that he can use that to help out the rest of his squad. Impa will manage to spray him down, but his position has been revealed. Cinder now playing up top. Great shot. Headshot there. Finishes off JW. Satchel lobbed in to try to cut them off. And he just has to go for it last round in the half. Wants to make this a 5-7. If he can get the opening kill on the Cinder, it absolutely is possible.
Still has one dark cover available. He might need to use it. I like what Cinder's doing, getting underneath here, really forcing the issue. Inpa, ready. Gonna throw the dart in there. It does spot him, and he's gonna try to spray him through the box. Doesn't catch any damage, though.
TP gonna be used here into the dark cover, but as he arrives, for a second, Impa pulling back into the corner. Shots flying through, gets the tap there onto Nakji. Almost falls, decides to re-aggress. Flashpoint is available. Oh, he almost sprays him down, and with the help of Esperanza, they get the finish. Claris continuing to hold the corner, gets a great dink, locks in on a Rolex's head, looks for the follow-up, but will the judge from Cinder spots one. Headshot flies, and Cinder finds 3! Shuts it down completely, and that is the spike dropped in the hookah hallway, held down by an angry Raze.
That is not the place that you want to drop it, no doubt about it.
This Bucky could be huge. Flashpoint, dash forward. Oh man, the crossfire Bucky shots absolutely wreck Nocchi's day. JW going to be forced out of this position, takes a little bit of damage for his troubles as well.
It's good weight, good patience there. It doesn't seem like it, but they actually wait behind the flash this time. Esperanza definitely going to see that owl drone. Trapwire going to be sprung. So now Esperanza has to kind of move further back to avoid detection by the owl drone. Shock dart going to come up and out. Rolex chilling out in this smoke, trying to take control of elbow. He's got Esperanza waiting around the corner. Who's going to get the shot? It's going to be Esperanza.
Very nicely done. 5 members still alive. This is looking good for Hamtories to go ahead and take the reins on the map yet again. Shock dart thrown into the corner. Gets a little bit of damage on Esperanza. Pushes out. Will manage to take him down. Simba now eliminated as well. Do they clear the corner? Yep, he does. Impa snapping on to Climax, instantly eliminating him. JW gets a really nice one-tap onto Cinder. That's as good as it gets. 3 members left retaining their guns here for Hamtories as the spike gets defused. 2 more rounds.
I did it.
It's too early in the season.
You
here
can't
for
see it at home,
Mosquito.
but I just killed a mosquito with my papers.
Just gonna make sure that he's...
Make sure he's real dead. All right, you do that.
Climax
Climax gonna
not.
get Claris on top. Tries to spray down for the second, isn't able to connect.
Oh, he's
Neural
still
theft
alive.
available though. Kill it!
Yeah,
Kill it!
He flew away. Okay, well, we're in here with a mosquito. It's all right. We're grown adults. We can handle this.
No!
5 HP remaining. Oh, that is, yeah, a nice trade out all the same, though. Getting Claris is huge
You
value.
say we're adults, but we have some Capri Suns and granola bars waiting for us after the cast.
That's true.
Our moms brought them in their coolers.
It's kind of nice and prepared. I have to show her my report card and how I did in this broadcast afterward.
That's what I'm grounded for a couple weeks whenever I had to show my report card. Actually, mine weren't usually too bad. Every once in a while, I kind of slacked.
Drone coming forward. They break this before they spot Impa. Tail went forward. They saw him, I do believe, but Impa manages to find 2. They're on the hunt for him, and he's playing a very dangerous game. Looks for the headshot, but the flank comes in from Esperanza, taking down Nocchi and JW. Climax will find a nice headshot here to finish off the opposing Cypher, but with an operator in hand, wants to hold on to this gun. It's no time, no spike. Will just have to retreat. And after, you know, a fairly strong start getting rid of Claris out the gate, it all falls apart, and Hamtories, they put seems like they're going to go ahead, pull the trigger on the A site take, and just leave Rolex chilling back to try to maybe find somebody on the flank. Paint shells to buy a little bit of time as they play forward. Impa does manage to find Rolex off screen. Recon dart will spot Esperanza in the back of the site. Cinder with that forward position manages to trade it out for a 1-for-1. Now Zumba coming in, and suddenly 4v1 with no time left. Climax, what can he do? There's absolutely nothing that he can do. A disappointing end here for sure for the side of v0rteX 5.
Get ready